Happening now, bipartisan lawmakers seek public input on national paid leave policy. And Governor Hochul addresses Texas abortion ban in CNN interview. Plus, Jamestown BPU recognized by the American Heart Association.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us at Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more coming up, but first, U.S. Attorney Trina E. Ross announced today that a federal jury has found a 45-year-old Lockport, New York man guilty of Hobbs Act robbery and conspiracy for his role in a home invasion in the town of Tonawanda. The charges carry a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. Assistant U.S. Attorneys David J. Rudroff, Paul E. Bonanno, and Nicholas T. Cooper, who handled the prosecution of the case, stated that on September 28, 2017, at approximately 8:30 p.m., Todd Larraba, 45, and another individual entered a town of Tonawanda residence and went to the family room where the victims, an elderly couple, were watching television. Wearing black hooded sweatshirts, black pants, black gloves, and masks, one of the men stated, "This isn't going to hurt or take long. You won't get hurt. Just relax." The men zip-tied the victims' hands and ankles and placed duct tape across their mouths and eyes. One of the men stayed with the victims while the other went to the attic of the residence and stole a lockbox containing $60,000 in cash. After the men left, the victims removed the duct tape and restraints and called 911. The town of Tonawanda Police Department responded and recovered 4 black zip ties, 4 pieces of glossy duct tape, and other items. Subsequent testing established that Laraba's DNA was on one set of zip ties and several pieces of duct tape. Sentencing is scheduled for May 30th, 2024 at 12:30 p.m. before U.S. District Judge Richard J. Arcara, who presided over the trial. Well, in other news, Erie County District Attorney John J. Flynn announces that 58-year-old William J. Collins Sr. of Lockport was arraigned this morning before Lockport City Judge William J. Watson on one count of criminal mischief in the 4th degree, a Class A misdemeanor. It is alleged that on Thursday, October 26, 2023, at approximately 12 p.m., the defendant intentionally damaged the property of another person by slashing a tire on the passenger side of the victim's pickup truck. The alleged crime occurred while the victim's vehicle was parked outside of a tavern on the 600 block of West Avenue in the city of Lockport. Collins currently serves as a Niagara County legislator. In November 2023, the Niagara County District Attorney's Office submitted a petition requesting that the court appoint a special prosecutor to handle the prosecution of the case. Niagara County Court Judge Carolyn A. Wojciak granted the order and appointed our office to serve as a special prosecutor. Collins is scheduled to return on Wednesday, January 10, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. for a pre-trial conference. He was released on his own recognizance as the charge is a non-qualifying offense for bail. If convicted of the charge, Collins faces a maximum of 1 year in jail. Well, in other news, on December 13, 2023 at 9:15 a.m., law enforcement agencies carried out a narcotics investigation at 2 locations in Jamestown, New York, 143 English Street and 15 Crescent Street. The search warrant at 143 English Street, executed with the assistance of the Jamestown Police Department SWAT team, led to the apprehension of Tammy M. Martinez, 41, and a juvenile male inside the residence. Upon securing the premises, investigators discovered 105.3 grams of cocaine, drug paraphernalia, and $2,267 in cash. Martinez was promptly arrested and transported to the Jamestown City Jail, facing charges that include criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree, criminally using drug paraphernalia, and endangering the welfare of a child. Simultaneously, surveillance by narcotics investigators from the Jamestown Police Department and Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office targeted Omar Marrero, 37, who was wanted by federal probation out of the United States District Court for the Western District of New York. Marrero was taken into custody upon exiting the residence under surveillance. A search of Marrero's person revealed 28.5 grams of cocaine and $686 in cash. He was transported to the Jamestown City Jail, where he faces charges related to his outstanding warrant and 2 counts of criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree. The ongoing investigation into cocaine distribution in and around Jamestown may result in further charges against Martinez, Marrero, and others involved in illegal activities. Well, in other news, U.S. Attorney Trina E. Ross announced today that Kevin Judge, 65, of Orchard Park, New York, who was convicted of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute and to distribute marijuana, was sentenced to time served and 2 years supervised release by U.S. District Judge Richard J. Arcara. Assistant U.S. Attorney Joshua A. Violanti, who handled the case, stated that Judge was a drug trafficking associate of co-defendant Gary Walsh. Judge traveled to secure marijuana for the drug trafficking operation and coordinated with other associates and conspirators to obtain marijuana for distribution in the western New York area. On August 16, 2019, Judge arrived at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport, where he was approached by investigators at his gate and his bags were detained. After initial questioning, Judge was taken back to his vehicle in the parking lot. Once back in his vehicle, Judge contacted Walsh and said, "There's a problem." He then called other associates and co-conspirators. During the execution of a search warrant on Judge's bags, law enforcement recovered $60,000 in U.S. currency and $40,000 in Western Union money orders. The judge admits he was attempting to go to Southern California with $100,000 to purchase marijuana. Walsh was previously convicted and is awaiting sentencing. As WNY News Now continues, bipartisan lawmakers seek public input on national paid leave policy. And later, Langworthy's statement on Biden impeachment inquiry vote. Stay with us as WNY News Now. We'll be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights.
Vests.
Please, give us some room.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over. When you need help,
It's our job
To help you.
to save you.
despite the danger.
This danger is real. Do your part.
Please.
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
Move over.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
In a groundbreaking move, lawmakers have dispatched a letter to a diverse array of stakeholders encompassing individuals, organizations, researchers, and policy experts, seeking recommendations for the expansion of paid parental, caregiving, and personal medical leave. The appeal for input is rooted in the aim of fostering a bipartisan, fiscally responsible, and sustainable approach to address the pressing need for accessible and inclusive leave policies. Reflecting on our own experience, Representative Chrissy Houlihan, co-chair of the House Paid Family Leave Working Group, shared a personal anecdote. "I was a young lieutenant in the Air Force when I first became a mom. I didn't have access to comprehensive paid family leave, and that stress, combined with child care issues on base, is a large part of what led me to separate from active duty. For our service members and all Americans, we must do better," she emphasized. With the nation witnessing historic levels of support for paid family leave, the lawmakers stressed the importance of this initiative, describing it as a first-of-its-kind effort and a pivotal step towards crafting enduring policy solutions. The bipartisan request for information, also known as an RFI, marks a collaborative stride towards addressing the diverse needs of citizens, whether caring for an elderly parent or bonding with a newborn. For the full letter, go to WNYNewsNow.com. Well, in other news, New York Governor Kathy Hochul spoke out against the recent Texas abortion ban during an appearance on CNN's This Morning, expressing personal concerns and highlighting the need for codifying abortion rights on the state ballot. In an interview on CNN's This Morning, Governor Kathy Hochul voiced her apprehensions regarding the Texas abortion ban, emphasizing the potential threat it poses to women's rights gained over the past 50 years. She shared her personal connection to the issue, citing her mother's generation's fight for these rights, which she and her daughter benefited from. Hochul found the situation personally abhorrent and tragic as a woman. However, transitioning into her role as governor, Hochul discussed a different philosophy. She revealed plans to place abortion on the state ballot next November, aiming to codify this right in New York. Hochul explained that despite the perceived security of abortion rights in the state, there are underlying threats. She pointed to the possibility of a pro-life health commissioner being appointed based on a previous opponent's stance in the gubernatorial election. Hochul stressed the importance of codifying abortion rights not only in state law, but also in the state constitution. This, she argued, would protect these rights from potential challenges by future governors, ensuring that women in New York can decide their reproductive destiny. In a broader appeal, Hochul called on all state governors to follow suit, urging them to let the women in their states determine their own fate, echoing similar efforts in Kentucky and Ohio. Well, in other news, in a recent announcement, the AHA recognized the BPU's dedication to fostering a science-backed, employee-centric culture of health and well-being. The 2023 Workforce Well-Being Scorecard evaluates companies based on mental health support, burnout prevention, financial well-being, health equity considerations, and more. Out of 492 organizations completing the scorecard in 2023, BPU secured a gold-level recognition, showcasing their alignment with industry best practices. This isn't the first accolade for BPU, having earned the gold-level recognition in 2022 and silver level in 2021. The BPU's comprehensive program includes biometric screenings, lunch and learns covering various health topics, wellness corners, flu clinics, and a 24/7 employee gym. Their initiative to award wellness points for preventative health care, exercise, vaccinations, and wellness challenges has contributed to their success. BPU's commitment to employee well-being extends beyond AHA recognition. The utility consistently secured first place in its company size regionally at Business First Western New York Healthiest Employers competitions from 2019 to 2023, and consistently placed in the Healthiest 100 Workplaces in America from 2021 to 2023. General Manager David L. Leathers emphasizes, at the Jamestown BPU, the safety and health of our employees come first. The AHA's Workforce Well-Being Scorecard plays a pivotal role in keeping the BPU abreast of advancements in workforce health. Tammy Anderson, BPU Human Resources Director, underscores the benefits of a healthy workforce in terms of productivity, reduced sick leave, and enhanced organizational reputation. Trenton Lutz, BPU Health and Wellness Team Leader, expressed gratitude for the recognition, attributing the achievement to the collaborative efforts of the wellness team and the dedication of employees to the wellness program. Well, coming up next, Langworthy's statement on Biden impeachment inquiry vote. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Let's take a look at the NOAA 8 to 14 day temperature outlook once again, which spans December 21st through December 27th, and that includes Christmas Day. And the Climate Prediction Center is projecting about 50 to 60, if not 70% above average temperatures heading towards Christmas, not only across our region in western New York and northwestern Pennsylvania, but pretty much across the entire Northeast and across the entire continental 48 states. Above average temperatures are projected as we head through Christmas. The NOAA 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, which also spans that same period of time through Christmas and towards the end of the month, is favoring below average in terms of precipitation across western New York and northwestern Pennsylvania. So as of now, it looks like Christmas will be more mild and dry compared to what we had to deal with last year with the Arctic cold and then the snowy conditions, especially across the Buffalo area last year. Almanac for today made it to a high of 32 degrees yesterday in the city of Jamestown. Our low was 24. The records for today, 62, the record high set back in 1901, the record low, -6 back in 2005. Here's your forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy to mainly clear skies across the region. Not as chilly as it was last night, with overnight lows ranging from the lower 30s inland to the upper 30s close to 40 near the immediate Lake Erie shoreline, with a west wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Forecast for your Friday tomorrow as we close out another work week. Mostly sunny skies, more mild tomorrow with high temperatures tomorrow ranging from the mid to upper 40s, might even squeak out a couple of lower 50s in some spots with a west wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. The rest of that Sunday outlook powered by Ultimate Solutions as we head into the weekend. Saturday will continue to be dry with a mix of sun and clouds, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. On Sunday, we start the day off dry, but it looks like rain showers will start to arrive later in the afternoon and in the evening hours. Those rain showers look to continue overnight Sunday and into the day on Monday, with temperatures both Sunday and Monday in the mid to upper 40s once again. Then on the backside of the departing system, Monday night into Tuesday, it looks like colder air will filter back in the region. That could set up a period of lake effect rain and snow showers heading into Tuesday, and then dry air will quickly once again build back in towards the middle of the next week, and then any lake effect from Tuesday with temperatures back in the mid to upper 30s for Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
Andrew, thank you. Well, Congressman Nick Langworthy, who represents New York's 23rd Congressional District, released the following statement after today's vote to formally open an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. As a member of the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability, I have been directly engaged with Chairman Comer and my colleagues in a key part of the investigations that brought us to where we are today, said Congressman Langworthy. We have evidence that President Biden repeatedly lied to the American public about his involvement in his family's corrupt foreign business deals, and he's obstructed our investigation at every turn. I voted to open an impeachment inquiry as a logical next step to attain the answers that the American people deserve. Well, coming up next, off-duty police officer charged with involuntary manslaughter and perjury.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Pennsylvania Attorney General Michelle Henry declared the filing of charges against 37-year-old Officer John J. Hawk, accusing him of fatally assaulting a 48-year-old bystander during a Walmart shooting investigation in Center Township last year. The victim died after Hawk, not in uniform, confronted and assaulted him without identifying himself as a police officer. Hawk allegedly testified untruthfully during the subsequent investigation before a statewide investigating grand jury. The jury recommended charges including involuntary manslaughter and perjury. Hawk turned himself in, was arraigned, and faces a $200,000 unsecured bail. The incident occurred on November 6, 2022, when Hawk, off-duty and without displaying credentials, confronted the compliant victim. Despite orders to back away, Hawk performed an unauthorized leg sweep maneuver, causing fatal blunt force trauma. The victim posed no threat, and on-duty officers testified against Hawk's use of force. Attorney General Henry emphasized the accountability of law enforcement officials, stating, "A badge does not permit any officer to break the laws they are trusted to uphold." The case is being prosecuted by Senior Deputy Attorney General Evan Lowry. All charges are accusations, and the defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at Channel716.com. Thank you for watching.